I'm afraid they're going to create rivalries that don't even exist like they did in F1. Overall, really happy about it. So funny. Okay, I'm a huge fan of Drive to Survive. I just want to throw that out there. I think it's great. It made me kind of an F1 fan. I've been pretty bad about watching races live, I will say. But I'm into it. I love it. And I'm really, really happy that they're trying this. There's no guarantee that it's going to be a success. Just because it worked in F1 doesn't mean it's going to work in tennis, doesn't mean that everybody's going to love it or that it's going to be well done. But the production team is the same, a lot of the same producers that were involved in Drive to Survive. And tennis lacks access and storytelling, and that is what changed for F1. They took down the curtains, they took down the secretiveness and the behind closed door stuff, and they were like, we are giving the fans access. We are going to tell stories. We are going to show these personalities, and we're going to tell stories in a way that is kind of a full disclosure. And in tennis, I think there is that's completely necessary. And the dynamic that will likely transpire from this kind of content being out there is there's going to be new fans created. There's going to be new attachments that are created to players from things that are outside of what they do on the court and what they do in terms of their results. You know, I don't think that there's going to be as much of a, because there's no really super popular players on tour that don't win a ton. The most popular players, besides, I guess, like Kyrgios, who's brought a ton of attention to himself off the court, the most popular players are just the best players. And I don't think that necessarily has to be the case. I think in a sport like MMA, where the media is provided a lot more access and there's a lot more personality with the fighters, you'll have a lot of fighters who lose a lot of fights and they're not great champions, but they're incredibly popular. Look at Nate Diaz, for example. I know in F1, Lando Norris has a massive fan base because people like the guy. It doesn't mean he wins every race. He doesn't. He's not one of the best who... He's not Verstappen, he's not Hamilton, but people love him because because of storytelling and because of access and because of personality. And that is what is going to happen here. So I'm going to have more thoughts about this. I'm going to have more coverage of this. I want to really stay on top of this story. And but until then, that's all I want to say. In terms of Stefanos or...
Gostou? Então segue o canal para mais cortes virais e notícias todo dia.